I had to read this book too, because this one has a character in it that you will recognize the name of, and it's just too much to pass up to not read this book. It's called All the Animals Where I Live by Philip Stead. Inside, the author wrote, "To the littlest birds." If you follow the dirt road down from my house, past the family of wild turkeys that roost on the wooden fence, you'll find a 90-year-old woman who lives all by herself. One day the old woman saw a bear from her kitchen window, so she went outside shoo! And scared away the bear. I used to live in a busy city. From my kitchen window I could see buses and trains, people waiting for buses and trains, ambulances rushing to the hospital, dogs on leashes walking to the park, people arguing and people holding hands. I never saw a single bear. Now I live in the country, but still I haven't seen a bear, not unless you count Frederick. This is Frederick. My grandma Jane gave me Frederick when I was 3 years old. Now he sits nearby while I write stories and draw pictures. Sometimes when I don't know what to draw, I just draw Frederick. I loved my grandma Jane. There was a room in her house that always smelled like maple syrup. I don't know why. On the bed was a wool blanket made from lots of squares all looped together, and each square was a chicken. Grandma Jane knitted that blanket herself. When I would stay overnight, I would sleep underneath the chickens. If my Grandma Jane had been an animal, she would have been a hummingbird, flitting and buzzing and always busy, gathering fluff and knitting it into a comfortable nest. She would introduce herself to all the animals in the neighborhood. Mourning doves, squirrels, hummingbird. Then she would fly to where I live now. There are a lot of animals where I live, but the most important one is my dog. Her name is Wednesday. Wednesday is not from here. She's from the Pound in Baltimore. Wednesday has lived in a lot of places, but this place is her favorite. Here in the summertime, she can sit by the bird feeder and look across the field to where the apple trees stand. In the morning, the cranes come and make a racket. A toad opens one eye to have a look, but it is already too hot and too loud for a toad. He goes back to sleep while the dragonflies buzz. An eagle drops a turtle from high up above. The turtle lands on its back in the tall grass. The eagle is upset, but the turtle is happy. He begins his long walk home. At night, it is quiet, but only until you listen. There are a lot of little things playing their music in the moonlight. And the coyote howls and nothing moves, except for Wednesday. She runs to the window and barks, barks, barks. Wednesday echoes through the dark field, over the apple trees, and into the woods where the coyote disappears for a while. Summer comes and summer goes. The wind knocks the apples to the ground. Wednesday knows that the deer will come. She waits and chases them away. It's a game they play. The chipmunks make their home in a hollow stump. In winter, Wednesday watches out the window. The cranes have all flown away. The mice and moles are hiding underground. The littlest birds huddle together and share seeds that fall from the feeder. When the wind blows, they fly away in a hurry. Then there is nothing but snow. And the smell of maple syrup.